Good afternoon, everyone. Hope things are well. Hope you are doing well. You can probably guess what I'm in the middle of doing. I said it, I promised it. If Newcastle got back to Wembley, which we have done, we're doing Man City away on foot. So we're in the middle of doing that. There'll be a big video, of course, of the full journey once we are done. So stay tuned on the channel. Make sure I get down there, hit that subscribe button. We're going to get you through the entire journey. We're going to explain what's went well, what hasn't went so well. But of course, in the meantime, we've still got videos to make, and Newcastle have got their ticket information out. And there's a massive outrage from supporters on social media. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not quite understanding why now. Newcastle, to be fair to them, right, Newcastle as a club, were dead certain on it at the start of this season. They said straight away, you need to buy a cup scheme, you need to attend the cup matches if you want to get yourselves back to Wembley. And the supporters coming out whinging, going, well, you know, I've got 150 loyalty points, why have I not got priority tickets? Well, just go to the games. Like, all you got to do is go to the cup games now, the home cup games. Let's just say you don't want to do Arsenal away in the away match. Let's just say you don't want to do Nottingham Forest away. If you've just done the home games, I'm talking the 4 home games, you're in pot 2, you've got basically a guaranteed ticket for Wembley if you just attend the home games. That's all you've got to do. Now, obviously, I know financially people can't afford that. I get that, I understand that. I'm so sorry to hear that for some people. But I don't understand the support outrage. I really don't. Now, in terms of the pots, basically the only different from pot 1 to 3 from last time is basically in pot 1, you just need to attend the Carabao Cup games. But 2 years ago, you need to attend the Carabao Cup games and have at least 50 loyalty points. So the only difference this time being is that they took the loyalty points out of it, which I'm going to be honest, some people might disagree with that, but I actually agree with the feeling of it. Like, for me, if you attend all the cup games, you should be entitled to a cup final ticket. I kind of feel like that's the point of the cup. If you go through the full journey, you have the reward at the end. And I do actually agree with Newcastle United's viewpoint on that, and the fact that they have prioritised fans who attend all the cup games rather than somebody has loads of loyalty points to decide that they don't want to go to the cup games. Now, for me, I actually think that's the correct call to make. You may disagree with that, and that's not the point of this video is not for me to come out and bash you guys have an opinion. You're always entitled to an opinion, you're always entitled to voice your thoughts. But I actually agree with Newcastle United, and I feel like criticism towards it, people are always going to mourn, people are always going to whinge, people are always going to be upset, because the reality is you've got 33,000 tickets for, you've got talking hundreds of thousands of fans that want to go, so people are always going to be left out, people are always going to be upset, and Newcastle face an impossible battle with that. But personally for me, I do agree, and you've got to remember, Newcastle United, if you go on the club website, they told you this at the start of the season. They said, what happens if we get to a cup final? They said, you know, the tickets are going to go to those who attended the game. They did make it vocally clear. And again, you look at how it was 2 years ago. Like, fans could have caught on, could have went, we know what, just in case we get to a cup final, I'm just going to buy the tickets, make sure I get myself to the games. And I personally feel like it's a fair call to make. And people may disagree with that. That's entirely fine. But in terms of the pots, pot 2, you need to attend 4 of the games. So that's all the home matches. The pot 1, you just need to attend 1 of the 2 away matches. So if you went to Arsenal away first leg of the semi-final, or if you did Nottingham Forest in round 2, if you attended 1 of the away matches, done all the home games, that's you going to Wembley straight away. And pot 2 is then 4 matches attended, pot 3 is 3 matches attended, and the impression, give us 1 second across this road. Now, the impression on social media that I personally got is that pot 1 to 3, you should be fine getting tickets. The impression I've got, obviously if you're in pot 3, make sure you go on the website straight away. I don't want to give people a false sense of hope and perhaps lead people into thinking that they're going to get a ticket, and the reality is they don't. But my impression is if you are in pot 1, 2 or 3, you will get yourself a ticket for the final. I personally feel like you'll be fine doing that. Pot 4 and 5, you go into a ballot. So if you attended 2 matches, you attended 1 match in the cup, you get yourself into a ballot. And then pot 6 is basically if you didn't attend any games, where I'd be good luck if you're in pot 6. But yeah, again, I get the frustration. I give an example for, I think Geordie Josh has probably mentioned it in his social media page. Basically, I think he tried to enrol himself in the cup scheme at the start of the season, and for whatever reason, he didn't go onto the cup scheme. So because of that, Josh won't be able to go to Wembley with his own ticket, basically, because whatever the hell's happened to his cup teams, he hasn't been able to get on. So maybe in some cases like him, there might have been technical faults in there might have been issues people have had. So again, if that is one of you, then yeah, just make sure you speak to the club about that and see what can do. But again, for the most part, I think it's as good as it possibly could be. So in terms of criticism, I'm not going to criticise the club on it. I think they've done it well. I think they have done it well. And if you didn't attend the cup games, in my opinion, well, how are you going to get yourself to the final? Because that is the point of the cup. You go to the games and you take the award at the end. But Yeah, that's my personal opinion. I was in part one regardless. I've got all the loyalty points. I've done all the matches. I've done all the cup games. So yeah, hopefully it's just a lesson for people going forward. Get yourselves to the cup game. Support this team. Support us in round 2. Hell, in the FA Cup, support us at likes of Birmingham City who haven't got favourable games. Just get those matches. Get behind the team and just give it a real go because that's my personal opinion on it anyway. But of course, we haven't just got that game. But we've got a second cup as well. We are in the FA Cup 5th round. Draws tonight. Probably won't do a live stream for it because again I'm out and about walking, and for those of you who are watching, again, if you recognise where I am, just please don't follow me around. But yeah, in terms of the cup tonight, Newcastle get a big game. There's only 2 of the big 6 left. City's the worst possible game. If you get City, it's an absolute nightmare scenario again. I wouldn't want City again in the FA Cup. But if it's anyone other than City, even if it's Manchester United, Brighton, Bournemouth, Fulham, yes, I don't want these teams, but you've got to back yourself to do well in these cup games. I think the cup is different from the league. I think Newcastle could go into this more. I think teams like Bournemouth, teams like Fulham are going to prioritise the league over the cup. You've got to back yourselves. You've got to back yourselves. I don't want these in the 5th round, I can't lie. But if we were to get one of them, the team has to be up for it. The team has to go for it. And if Newcastle have the dream of getting to Wembley twice in the same season, they've got to win these sort of games. I think we do. So as long as it's not City, I don't mind who it is. Ideally, I'll love a team we don't tend to play. I love Millwall away. Imagine Millwall away. I've done Millwall before actually as a neutral. I went to Millwall versus Burnley a couple of years ago when we had our last cup final. That atmosphere was immense. The reputation's definitely there for a reason. So again, a sort of game I love to do. So I make sure, hopefully we get a good draw tonight. Plymouth away, if it's Plymouth away, that'll be an interesting one. Again, the longest possible game in the Football League is just absolute madness. So that could be a potential possibility. But yeah, we'll see how the draw goes. It's been an interesting couple of days throughout here. Weather's still horrendous, can't lie. It's calmed down a little bit, but it's still just been raining non-stop. So it's not been a great one. Newcastle United though, big one, obviously Wembley. So yeah, hopefully in this video, kind of talk through the ticket details a little bit. Again, if you want the lower pots, please don't take offence from this video. I haven't came out here to kind of bash anyone, but I just personally don't understand the outrage on social media. I think Newcastle United work plan, how you could get the tickets. I think it's very similar to how it was 2 years ago. So again, if you had that problem 2 years ago, like you should have took that information on board and then been able to make sure this time you can get yourself back to Wembley. But yeah, ticket information is very similar to how it was 2 years ago. The only difference this time being that loyalty points don't matter at all in this scheme. So if that's something you're against, then fair enough. But again, just attend the cup games. I make it nice and clear for you. Do the cup games and you've got no issues. You do all the cup games that you can, you'll always get yourself to Wembley. So hopefully for the FA Cup, you've done the couple of games so far, keep getting yourselves to them and you'll be able to get yourselves to the final. But that's it from me. Take care. Still got a long way to go, so let's keep going.